What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you like what you hear. Tonight, we're going to talk about communication versus honesty versus conditions. So when I say that, communicating with other people and having an open line of communication and being honest in those communications are key for, at least in my life, have been key to me being able to maintain relationships that are going to be wholesome and long lasting. And as far as the conditions play into that, it's really about not really putting any conditions on those communications. Like, don't communicate with somebody just because you're going to get something, or don't be honest and communicate with them hoping to get that reciprocated, because sometimes it doesn't happen. And that's what leads to disappointment, heartache, resentment, all those other negative feelings. And I struggle with this, guys. This is why I'm talking about what I struggle with every day-to-day life, and how I try to involve myself with people. And communication is in the hierarchy of relationships, being friendships, whatever the deal is. Communication is always the number one, because if you can't communicate, you can't effectively display, or you can't effectively exude what you want from this person, or let this person know that what they're doing right, or if you need to change some things. So communication is always like the top thing. And for me, guys, I really try to, when I communicate with people, either if it's friendships, if it's business, or if it's something more like a courting kind of deal, I try to let them know what my intentions are. So when I communicate with somebody, say I want to go on a date with them, I will openly say, hey, just so you know, I would like to go out on a date, and this is the reason why I'm communicating. This is the reason why I sent you these messages. I would like to go out on a date. Or, you can say, hey man, you're a real good mechanic, and I really like the stuff you do. The reason why I've been contacting you is because I'd like to learn some skills from you, or whatever, those kinds of things. Let your intentions be known. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, don't, like I said, and the condition on that is don't expect that to be reciprocated back to you. So you can have an open line of communication with somebody like that, and you can tell them your intentions. And I think at the end of the day, they respect you more when you do that. When you communicate with these people, or whoever you're communicating with, and you let your intentions be known up front, I think they respect that a little more. But don't necessarily put a condition on it that you expect to have that in return, because not everybody can do it. And and you can work on it. Maybe you're struggling with it, but you can work on it. Another thing is, don't be afraid of rejection. Okay, so we've all been rejected. We've all been hurt. If you're being open in communication, and the person doesn't want to do business with you because of whatever reason, or the person doesn't want to go out on a date with you because of whatever reason, or if they don't or even if they don't give you a reason, even if they ghost you, that's fine. The thing is that you recognize, you throw it out there, and if you don't get a bite, that's okay. Reel it in and cast another one, and you move on. So, and that goes. And communication is one of those tricky deals, where some people just can't communicate as well as others. Two people can communicate great and not get along because they're too honest to each other. They don't know how to hold back anything. So it's really on finding people that you're compatible with. Communication and honesty and conditions, and loving people. It's okay to love somebody. It's okay to admire somebody. It's okay to want to improve and be as good as somebody, like in a skill or something like that. But don't cast your pearls amongst swine either. Don't just keep throwing yourself away to people. And that's in every aspect: business, love, admiration, whatever you have for a certain person that you're communicating with at this point, like certain communication standards. Don't throw away everything at this if you're not getting any results, or if you're not getting the results that you think you should have. And that goes with it. That also goes with the conditions part. Like, don't really go into it with a lot of conditions. Don't really put any conditions on it. It's it really is like casting a line. You don't know if there's any fish near you or not. Throw the line out there, see if you get a bite. If you don't, what you do, you crank your boat up, you move your boat to another place, and you cast a line somewhere else. And that's kind of how it goes with that. And put the ball in other people's court. And that's, to me, when I communicate and I let my intentions be known up front, and what I expect from myself, when I say these things, I let myself be, I let it be known what I intend in my interaction with you. And then I put the ball in their court and see if they want a ball. So that, in the communication and honesty deal, kind of helps you judge and gauge if this is going to work or not. And don't be afraid to communicate if you want to. If you want to send somebody a text, or send somebody or call somebody, just do it. Call them, text them, say, hey, I'm thinking about you. Hope your day's going all right. Or, hey, I'm sorry that things have happened this way. I seen something, heard something, blah, blah, blah. Don't be afraid to communicate with these people. If you want to communicate with them, communicate. If you don't get a communication back or whatever, you don't do it forever, but, don't be afraid to communicate with these people. Don't be afraid to be honest with them. Put it out there, It's hard, and I understand, and I struggle with it. I don't want to put myself out there all the time to get rejected, just like the next person. There's a group of car guys around here I've been trying to infiltrate into for a while now, and they're so cliquey. They're just not going to let me in. I'm an outsider. And, we have different views on I didn't say different views, different tastes on what we like as far as cars and stuff. And I'm an outcast, and I don't get accepted in, and I've moved on from that. So I probed that little group of guys and try to get in there and make some friends. And then they were just like, you're not really kind of what we hang out with. You're not kind of like the person we want to be around. So, you don't got the same views the same taste and stuff as we do. So, no. And so what I did is I picked up and I moved on to another group that, did accept me, and they were, letting me go and hang out with them and stuff, so I could try to make some new friends and stuff. That's just one example, but I did make my communications clear with these people. I'd send them, hey man, I know you've got this kind of car or this kind of whatever, man, what's your setup? And, hey man, I'm really looking to make some new friends, and that's what I told them up front. Look guys, I'm looking to make some new friends. I'm looking to, get into another group of guys, man, so I can have a little bit more of the kind of social life I want. And they weren't really hearing it. So, and that's just one example. So, to go back, letting people know what your intentions are, being honest, open line of communication, being an open book is very, very important in my life, for me, to be able to sleep at night, to be able to know that I told this person exactly what I felt, how I felt about whatever subject that I'm involving myself with this person for. And I really, did it in the good faith that it would be reciprocated, but it might have and might not have, But I really try not to get upset when the condition, I try not to put any conditions on it, and I'd really try not to get upset if it doesn't turn out the way I want. I really try to keep moving. And guys, it's not easy. I get it. And that's where I was talking about rejection earlier. Sometimes you get rejected. You know, you want to get on this group of car guys, man, that they're cool and they're not necessarily letting you in. So you kind of feel rejected. You kind of like, well, man, am I not a cool guy, or am I not whatever? Don't get that way, man. Just, you know, that's life. And just be honest and communicate, guys. Do that with, you do that with your family, your kids, everybody. You know, I really try to communicate and be honest with everybody. And it doesn't always work out. Honestly, to be honest with you, a lot of times it works out. In today's modern society, it works out less for me than it succeeds, to be honest with you. Because most of the time when I'm honest, dead honest with somebody, communicate, let them know what my intentions are, how I feel, whatever the deal is, most people just do not like that kind of forward frontal interaction. And it fails a lot of times. It really does. But the ones that do accept it, they get my full respect and cherish and love. And then I see those people in a different light, and I develop a very nice reciprocated friendship with these people, and we help each other out and make almost like a little community out of it, you know, of friends. And that is what, at the end of the day, has helped me keep going and keep me going moving forward, is knowing that I've got people in my life who I can be honest with, who I can communicate with, and that they respect me for it. So anyway, guys, this is what is on my mind lately. I know it's kind of a little bit all over the place, but anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time.